Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Viking Valley Farm. My name is Carter, and that is not good. I just stalled the 235. And welcome back to the channel, everyone, to Viking Valley Farm. This is Carter. Today we are going to start combining and grinding and bagging high moisture corn to feed our cows. Dad is out in the field just getting going combining corn, and I'm going to go hook up to the first wagon. I'm in our 235 Magnum. If you guys watched the bean harvest videos, this was hooked up to the grain cart, but we do not run a grain cart for high moisture corn. We've got the Puma and the 235 running wagons, and I typically sit at the bag site and babysit the bagger and roller mill. But we are out of high moisture corn now from last year. We have been for a few days, and we are grinding feed with the feed grinder. Dad is going out and finding our driest corn every day, and then my uncle is using our old farmhand feed grinder to grind. Today it was 19%, a couple days ago it was 22%. So definitely an interesting setup, and we're gonna get after it. But tonight, or this morning, was our first big frost. Shock to the system, but we're ready to rock and roll now. So this will be really good for our cows, and we're almost gonna be switching to our second crop palage. If you guys watched this summer, our first crop was extremely late and got dry on us, and second crop is at 28 days, and it should be much higher quality feed. So we'll see you guys out in the field. Dad's been combining, and this is chopped first 6 rows of corn solids. Grandpa has hauled manure, it looks like, already on that. He's hauled manure on this hay field. And we had beans under there, but Dad picked into 3 rows, and they came back with 6, and it looks like he's already got a hopper, which is awesome. Grandpa's hauled manure on that bean field, it looks like, already. I've been taking it to a different field along some sand hills to try to add some organic matter back there, but that's fine too. That strip will be hay next year, and this one that he's combining will most likely be hay next year. But it is awesome to be combining corn. This is one of the most exciting times of the year, is combining corn. Beans are okay, but when you can't get 250 bushel beans. You can with corn, but filling up the combine that quick is really cool. So we'll see what this moisture is. We'll have the weigh wagon out to calibrate the yield monitor in a little bit, but for now we got to start grinding and bagging. And he's got auger out, so I'm concerned, am I going to be dumping on the go already or not? Nope. And it is flowing, and the door on the wagon is shut, so that's good that I don't have to go out and shovel the floor. corn's flowing slow and steady. Second hopper going in. Got another wagon out in the middle of the field. And I think we're gonna dump on the go here. And I set the speed and Dad adjusts to me. Exciting. We got a corner. I'm going 2.3 miles an hour. That might be a little slow, but I don't know. It's wet corn. So, yeah, it's probably going slower than normal, than dry corn. Just make sure everything stays in the combine, because we're making it for feed. We can have a little bit of cob and stock in it, and I think he's pretty much empty. So load number 2. But it's too late now. We're bagging downhill. I wish this corn started to bag. It's really tough. But I've got corn. So guys, it's been a frustrating day so far. 2.5 loads. Middle of the second load. Sheared all the bolts for the bagger and the PTO shaft, so I had to run and go get more shear bolts. And in the middle of the third load, the MX150 PTO kept cutting out. So we're gonna put the big horse on the bagger. 235 on the bagger, but I gotta go fuel up now. It's about 6 o'clock. Not a great first day so far. So, is what it is. That's farming. Time to go guzzle some fuel. So we've got next day now. So it's next day now. We're still bagging. 235 on the bagger. 7220 on the roller mill. Puma on wagons, and we got a different roller mill than we did yesterday. The other one just wasn't grinding very well. Rolls weren't very tight, and we're getting a lot of hole and cracked kernels. We're feeding steers. Maybe that would be okay, but dairy cattle, not so much. But I actually just had to fly the drone up just to make sure my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. We had a calf up in the pasture, so I will throw that clip up there, or a picture, either one, whatever I decide when I'm editing looks better. But my great uncle's off to get another load. my uncle's off to get a calf. But now I'm just setting and maneuvering the roller mill to be set up for the next load, because all we have to do is move this spout instead of the wagon like we do for chopping. But the pans on the wagons are too low that we have to spade and shovel a hole here. A little snippet about that, and here's a little bit of corn that's at the bottom here. We kind of want it to look like that. Some of the extra red is the bees wings down there. And then we've got our candy machine here for our inoculant. Yes, Pioneer's important enough to get their own sticker. Pioneer inoculant for the high moisture corn helps cure it. This corn, I believe, is around 30% moisture. And we had the weigh wagon out, and it's yielding better than Dad's monitor was saying, and we thought that was really good. So while I'm waiting for the next load to come back, I'm just checking out the calf barn. And this youngest group, the youngest calf, the red one, 1984, she's born beginning of July, and the rest of these were born, I think the oldest two were born end of May. So this Prince calf and this crazy horse. This crazy horse is an absolute unit. Out of an excellent cow, out of a 2-year-old. But this crazy horse calf is out of another nice cow, and then another crazy horse, a Halano, out of a heifer that I showed my last year of 4-H. This is a really nice heifer. But just checking in to see how they're doing. Haven't taken a good look at them in a while, but dry hay. This whole barn gets dry hay, and then some grain in the morning. A little bit of ground corn, usually high moisture, and they grow really, really well in this barn. Spring calves or late winter calves, Alpen, really, really nice. We got 6 or 7 of them. We're still feeding a few down below, and we might have a pregnancy or 2 left. Nashville, high genomic bull. That's a nice heifer. The Alpens are really nice. Dairy frame is perfection, not looking too bad out of an excellent cow. Go Power, that's our own bull. We've got Prince, that's, I think, is a nice heifer. Another perfection, another Alpen with really nice dairy frame, and another Alpen with some awesome frame on her. And then this is actually a Go Power, not a Danny. We ran our herd bull with the Botten herd bull, and our little herd bull got the job done, I guess. With, you like the camera, huh? But we just like to keep the dry hay stacked in front of them. We genomic tested them, and she turned out that she was a Go Power heifer, which I can see it now. She's got the frame of her grand dam a little bit. Long, straight lines. Big. This Nashville was born in February, our oldest heifer born this year. You were born early last winter out of an 85 Point Diego. This is a Top Gun out of a Hearts Thunder. You guys are friendly. Yeah. I like playing with their tongues. I don't know what, I suppose corn dust. They can taste the corn. And then what else we got in here? A solo heifer. You're getting a little big. You need some pasture. And then our last Daredevil, I'm guessing that we will ever own back there. Homebred Daredevil we'll ever own. Out of an Excellent Hearts Wonder. Born in March. And then these were born last fall. The oldest ones might be close to a year old. We've got a Perfection. I cannot remember who she's out of. And then a couple Top Gun heifers and an Edgeview Faithful out of Cutting Edge Thunder Fae. So Faithful's out of Thunder Fae. Very, very limited semen was available on that bull from Select Sires. We got a nice one, and her udder composite is 1.85. So that's a genomic characteristic for what udders will look like. She'd be just shy of making the top 20 heifer list for udder composite. We've got a Colops heifer that is in the top 20 for the last sire heifer and cow index, and we've got a Daredevil second lactation cow that is in the top 20 for udder composite at 1.85 and type at 1.2, which is really cool. And we've got a Tenacious cow that is in the top 20 for productive life, which is a genomic trait on that she will be on average in your herd longer than anyone else, and really, really high for the breed. Nothing in the production, fat, and protein indexes in the top 25, but we're going to keep working to get it. Like bulls like Nashville, Prince, Perfection will help get us there. And Top Gun, he's more of a health traits bull. It all depends. Do we want to use type or genomic bulls for matings? We use both. Gotta have both. Gotta have functionality and production traits as well. So, a load coming on the road now. Gonna head back to the bagger and get everything ready to go so we can start hammering out the feed and pulverizing it. So we're back, day 4 of high moisture corn. I did not film anything yesterday of day 3. We hauled 5 loads in, so it's been 3 loads day 1, 4 loads day 2, 5 loads yesterday. Yesterday we got a late start because after we got done with the last load on day 2, the Puma had a stop sign, and like a stop signal came across the dash, and I believe the ECM sensor in the DEF system, or SCR or something, quit or wasn't working properly. So we had to go get a new sensor for DEF. You gotta love it. DEF, government juice, what the YouTubers call it. But got that fixed yesterday, early yesterday afternoon. I got 5 loads in. It's about 10:30 now. So hopefully we can have a good day today and get close to finishing. 12 loads in, that's about halfway. About 6,000 dry bushels, a little more than that. Wet bushels way higher since we're combining mostly 30% corn. So I'm up to the field to go get the first load of the day, but it was combined last night. So today is also Friday. I did not go to the sales barn today. We had no cows we wanted to get rid of this week, and no bull calves. We've had 2 heifer calves this week. We had a Sky High, which is a proven bull. We've currently got 3 left that are in their second lactation. We actually dried one off yesterday. We're gonna have her 3rd calf, and another one is due to be dry soon with her 3rd calf. But proven bull, decent type, and out of a third calf daredevil out of an excellent cow. So that's going to be an interesting one to see pan out. And then we also had a heifer sired by Jordy P, which is polled. So he's a polled bull, transmitted the polled gene to this heifer that just calved for us, and she was polled herself. So the polled gene is dominant. It is not a recessive, but it isn't very common. But the polled gene came through on her, so she has the ability to transmit it to her offspring. But this heifer calf that was born out of her is sired by our own herd bull, Go Power, but the polled gene did not come through with that. I believe that calf has horn buzz. But I'm out in the field about to unhook our Brett 540 wagon. So I'm going to show you here. This is the field that Dad was working on last night. We're going to move now because he got the wetter variety cleared off. So the rows that are still standing, that still look awesome and still have some green and plants left, are going to be combined for dry corn later. And I'm going to go pick up a full load. That field was alfalfa last year. Really awesome corn there. But yeah, just trying to pick up the wettest stuff we possibly can to grind and feed to our cows. That makes milk, and then that also saves us drying costs when we have to take it up to town at the elevator. So windows are dusty. I just dumped the load from last night, got back to the field. Dad's combining that strip along the beans, and the average is unbelievable. It'll be interesting to see what that final field average is, but it is nothing but record shattering so far along the first pass. And yes, the yield monitor has been calibrated correctly with the weigh wagon a few days ago, so believe it. So, last day of high moisture corn. I have done a terrible job filming for this video, and I'm just going to end it right now. You guys will see plenty of the combine running in corn. I didn't get to go chase the combine much since I was back at the bag site, and didn't really get the camera out because it was loud, but got the hole dug for the next load to come in. I'm thinking 2.5 to go. 300 footer. This should last us a year. Feed about 8 to 10 inches a day, and that keeps it fresh. And it's been nice to have the 235 on the bagger. Actually, MX150, we think it was alternator issues, so an electronic PTO that was causing us issues to had to pull that off. And we think we have that fixed, but we figured we'll just leave the 235 on and finish out. And if anyone wants to start a GoFundMe page for Viking Valley Farm to get us another Magnum to put on a bagger during chopping season, be my guest. Just kidding. But thanks again for watching this extremely boring video. Stay tuned for more. I hope they're more entertaining. I'm sorry about that. Stay tuned for more videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Carter, out.